There comes a time in many families when quiet questions begin to form. You might notice your parent moving a little slower, pausing more often, or drifting into thoughts they never used to linger on. You might catch yourself wondering what these changes mean, even if no one says it out loud. These moments can feel tender, delicate, and sometimes confusing. Yet they are also a natural part of the journey every human life eventually takes. This video is meant to offer clarity, comfort, and a sense of understanding during a time when emotions can easily become mixed. The signs we're about to explore do not predict an exact timeline. They don't mean anyone is at immediate risk or that something is wrong. Instead, they reflect the body's gentle transition as it moves through the late stages of life. They appear gradually, quietly, in subtle patterns that families often notice before they fully understand what they're seeing. By learning about these signs, you can show up with more confidence, more compassion, and more peace. You'll be better equipped to respond with understanding rather than fear, and you'll be able to support your loved one in ways that honor their dignity and bring comfort to everyone involved. As we walk through each sign, I invite you to listen with openness, without judgment or pressure. These moments, though sometimes bittersweet, can be filled with meaning, connection, and quiet beauty. They can help families remember what truly matters and create moments of closeness that linger long after words fade. So take a deep breath, settle in, and let's explore these 5 important signs together, one step at a time. Sign 1. A softer relationship with food. One of the earliest and most universal changes families notice is a shift in appetite. It rarely happens in a dramatic or alarming way. Instead, it unfolds slowly, like the soft dimming of a light at the end of the day. Meals that once brought excitement begin to feel optional. Portions become smaller. Favorites lose a bit of their flavor, and eating becomes less of a routine and more of a gentle choice. This change can bring up concern, especially for families who express love through cooking. For many of us, meals are more than nourishment. They represent care, tradition, and the warmth of family life. So when a loved one starts leaving food untouched or eating only a few bites, it's natural to worry. But in the final year of life, this shift is less about disinterest and more about the body's quiet wisdom. As energy needs change, the digestive system slows down. The senses of taste and smell soften, and the body prioritizes comfort over intake. Eating becomes something done when the body truly wants it, rather than something expected at certain times of day. Here's an example. Consider Evelyn, who always delighted in cooking big Sunday dinners. In her later years, she began eating only small portions, taking a few bites, and then resting. Her family tried everything, smaller meals, her old favorites, new recipes, but nothing seemed to spark her appetite. Eventually, they realized that what mattered most wasn't getting her to eat more, but simply being present with her, sharing tea together, offering soft food she enjoyed, and allowing her to choose when she wanted to eat made a world of difference. When you see this sign in someone you love, the most supportive response is to follow their lead. Offer small, easy-to-eat foods. Keep drinks nearby. Encourage, but don't push. And remember that the moments shared beside a meal, the quiet conversation, the soft smiles, the presence, often matter more than the food itself. This shift isn't about loss. It's about the body gently realigning with its own needs. And as we'll see in the next sign, this quiet change often accompanies something else. Sign 2. A deepening need for rest. As seniors enter their final year, many begin to sleep more, sometimes much more. Rest becomes an anchor, a source of comfort, and a natural response to the body's slowing rhythm. What once required little effort, walking across a room, holding a conversation, or even thinking through a simple task, now uses more energy than before. The increase in rest doesn't happen all at once. It begins with longer naps or earlier bedtimes. Over weeks or months, those naps grow longer, and waking hours gradually become shorter. For families, this can feel surprising. You may find yourself wondering if your loved one is bored or lonely. But in most cases, it's neither. It's simply the body choosing rest as its preferred state. Let's visit another gentle example. Michael had always been an early riser, starting his mornings with coffee and a newspaper. But during his final year, he began sleeping through the morning. He'd wake for a few hours in the afternoon, talk with his wife, enjoy a bit of sunlight, and then drift back to sleep. His family learned to let the rhythm unfold naturally. They found that the quiet moments, holding his hand while he rested, speaking softly when he opened his eyes, became some of their most cherished memories. It's important to remember this. Rest is not withdrawal. It is not giving up. It is not a sign of emotional distress. It is the body's way of conserving energy, seeking calm, and easing itself into a place of comfort. Trying to keep a loved one awake or active when their body is asking for rest often leads to discomfort or fatigue. The kindest approach is to offer reassurance, create a peaceful environment, and support the rhythm they naturally fall into. More rest also leads to another change, one that is not physical but emotional. Sign 3. A gentle turning inward. As energy wanes and rest becomes more important, many seniors naturally withdraw from social activities. This change doesn't always mean sadness, and it certainly doesn't mean they care any less about the people around them. Instead, this inward shift reflects a new focus on memories, quiet moments, and inner peace. Large gatherings, long conversations, or noisy environments can feel overwhelming. Even simple social interactions may require more energy than they once did. So seniors often gravitate towards smaller moments, short visits, brief conversations, or simply resting beside someone they love without needing to speak. Families sometimes worry that this change means their loved one is upset or disappointed. But in many cases, it's the opposite. It's a movement toward calmness, a desire for simplicity, and a natural preference for environments that feel peaceful rather than busy. Imagine someone like Harold. Harold had always been the center of attention, the storyteller, the playful grandfather, the one making jokes at family gatherings. But in his final year, he preferred afternoons sitting by the window, watching tree branches sway in the breeze. He still loved seeing his family, but instead of hosting big gatherings, he favored quiet one-on-one visits. His family learned to follow his lead, offering closeness without expectations. The shift toward quiet doesn't disconnect seniors from their loved ones. In fact, many families find that these gentle, unhurried moments create deeper connection than ever before. Fewer words, more presence. Less activity, more meaning. And as this inward focus grows, another subtle change often appears, this time in how seniors perceive the world around them. Sign 4. Changes in awareness and orientation. One of the more emotional signs families notice is a softening of awareness. Seniors in their final year may drift between past and present, or between wakefulness and a dreamlike state. Their sense of time may blur. Their memories may blend warmly together. They may recall people or places from long ago as if they were close by. These experiences are rarely frightening for the person going through them. In fact, many describe them as peaceful, as if they are surrounded by familiar memories that bring comfort and warmth. It's often the family who feels uncertain, unsure how to respond. Short-term memory becomes less reliable. Long-term memories feel vivid and accessible. A loved one may ask the same question more than once without realizing it. They may speak about childhood events as if they happened yesterday, or they may seem briefly unsure of where they are, even in familiar rooms. This change doesn't reflect confusion in the painful sense. Instead, it reflects the mind's gentle shift inward. The brain is conserving energy, holding on to the memories that shaped a lifetime while releasing details that no longer feel essential. Here's a calming example. Maria, in her late 80s, began talking often about her childhood garden, the lilac bushes her mother planted, the sunlight that fell across the backyard, the smell of summer afternoons. Her family listened without needing to correct her. These memories brought her joy, and sharing them brought comfort. Even when she occasionally forgot what she had said earlier, she felt peaceful. When you see this sign in a loved one, the most supportive response is patience. Meet them where they are. Listen to their stories. Offer reassurance through gentle words or touch. Sometimes grounding them with simple reminders of who you are or where they are can help. But there is no need to push or correct. Their mind is moving at a softer pace, guided by emotion rather than logi. See, as awareness shifts, the body often reflects these changes too. That brings us to the fifth sig. N. Sign 5. Changes in physical appearance and movement. NT. During the final year of life, the body enters a phase of deep conservation. It directs energy to essential functions and lets go of what is no longer needed. Because of this, physical changes often become more noticeable. E. Weight may slowly decrease, even without major changes in eating habits. Clothing may fit more loosely. Hands may appear thinner. Skin may become more delicate, cooler, or lighter in color. The circulation naturally slows, creating gentle shifts in temperature or tone. E. Movement also becomes more intentional and slower. A loved one may walk with smaller steps, rise more carefully from a chair, or tire quickly after short activities. They may spend more time sitting or resting, needing support with tasks they once handled easily. Why? These changes are part of the natural rhythm of a body nearing the end of a long journey. They are not sudden or alarming. They are gradual, predictable, and deeply human. N. Families often find comfort in supporting these physical needs with tenderness. Soft clothing, warm blankets, gentle assistance when standing or walking, a hand to hold, a calm room filled with familiar sounds and faces. Think of someone like Grack. E. Grace had always been strong and independent, tending her garden every morning. In her final year, her steps became slower, and she welcomed help more readily. Her family noticed the changes, the softer shape of her hands, the slower pace of her movements, but they also saw something else. They saw how her presence grew more peaceful, how her smiles became more meaningful, how each moment spent with her carried a kind of stillness they'd never appreciated before. These physical shifts are reminders that the body is preparing for rest. They are signals of a natural transition, one that families can walk through with patience and love. A season of meaning, presence, and gentle understanding. As we come to the end of this exploration, I invite you to breathe slowly and recognize the courage it takes to learn about these signs. Whether you're currently supporting a loved one or preparing yourself for the future, understanding these gentle changes can bring peace to an emotional journey. None of these signs point to fear. None of them require panic or worry. They are simply part of the life cycle, soft steps in a transition that every family experiences in some form. What matters most during this time is presence. A hand held with warmth. A quiet room filled with calm. Moments of gratitude spoken aloud or shared through silence. Memories revisited. Love expressed in the simplest ways. These signs invite families to slow down, cherish connection, and focus on the meaning woven through every shared moment. They open the door to conversations that deepen understanding and strengthen bonds. And they remind us that dignity, comfort, and compassion are the greatest gifts we can offer to someone nearing life's final chapter. If you are walking this path now, or if you recognize these signs in someone you love, know that you are not alone. Support is available, guidance is available, and your presence matters more than you may ever realize. Thank you for spending this time with me today. I hope this brought clarity, peace, and comfort to your heart. If you'd like to share your thoughts or experiences, the comments below are open for you. Your voice may help someone else on this journey. And if you found this video helpful, your support allows us to continue offering gentle, informative content for families just like yours. Wherever you are and whatever stage your loved one is in, may you find calm, strength, and meaning in the moments ahead.